Hi everyone, welcome to another bonus Yuletide video for 2024. So the presence of the grid TM and some Dollarama boosters and a land station can mean only one thing. This is a deck building video. I thought it'd be fun as a bonus video this year to do a deck building video. I don't always do a deck building video every year, but it's a semi-tradition I suppose on the channel. The main tradition being the customary Yuletide Land Ahoy episode. So we get a bonus one of this year amongst the the 4 bonus videos I've decided to do, and this is the last of them for 2024. And so you'll notice here as well, there's only 4 booster packs of 15. So long-term friends of the channel may know, way back when I was talking about different formats to play in Magic, I did speak about a format on Magic the Gathering Online. I don't know if this ever manifests itself in paper. I have actually played it in a slightly different way, which I'll explain in a moment. But in Magic the Gathering Online, what they did for a number of years is you could play a format where instead of opening 6 boosters, you only opened 4 and you built a 30 card deck. Now, back before Dollarama Repacks were 15 cards, if you remember, they were 10 for a period of time. We used to do a format in the house which was 6 of those, which was 60 cards, which is the same as 4 packs of 15. Do the same thing, build a deck, but only a 30 card deck. Now if you're building a 30 card deck, that means if you compare it to a 60 card, so 60 card deck, you got 24 land, 36 of all the other stuff, and of course that's variable. You may pay slightly less land in certain decks, and possibly you could play slightly more. With a 30 card deck, you basically just halve that. And then what I usually do is you just test out a few sample hands and then tweak the ratio accordingly. So it's 12 lands to 18 other cards to give you a total of 30. There was another really interesting format as well, which I think I've mentioned, which is there was a draft format, which for the small sets allowed you to draft just the small set on its own. Now, there's been other instances where the set that isn't the first set has been a large set and you've drafted it on its own. For instance, Rise of the Eldrazi, which was the third set of the Zendikar block, was a case in point. So that was designed to be drafted independently. I think also whatever the third set of the Innistrad block was, whose name escapes me for the moment, that one there, that was also designed to be drafted alone. But what I'm talking about here is like small sets. For instance, if we use Rise of the Eldrazi as an example, you would be doing things like, the Zendikar block as an example, you would be doing things like just drafting World Wake on its own, that sort of thing. I don't know when it kicked in actually, and I don't know if it was present when World Wake was released on Magic the Gathering Online, but there was a number of sets later on in Magic's history when I was playing on Magic the Gathering Online where that was the case. So yeah, it is interesting to check out unusual formats on MTGO over the years that don't really, well, you can do an equivalent in paper obviously, but they're not quite as popular in paper. So what we'll do, the way I'm going to use this grid is slightly different than sometimes when I've used the grid in the past. This is purely going to be for deck building purposes. I'm not going to lay the cards out in sort of the order they come out in the pack like I've done sometimes. What I'm going to use the grid for is the top row is going to be the rares, then we're going to have the uncommons, then we're going to have the commons. And then what I'll do is I'll lay it out with in terms of the casting costs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and greater. So the idea being, it's usually when I do this, it speeds up the deck building process quite a bit. So let's open these packs. Okay, let's see what we have. So I'm going to try and hold these as steady as I can on the camera. So first up we've got Scatter Ray, which is at common. That's a 2-drop, counter target artifact or creature, spell unless its controller pays 4. So I think you're probably going to get the gist of how this is going to work. We have Fade into Antiquity, which is a 2-drop, exile target artifact or enchantment. Sorry, did I say, I meant to say 3-drop if I said 2-drop. Devour of Memory, blue-black, 2/1, creature nightmare. Whenever one or more cards are put into your graveyard from your library, Devour of Memory gets +1/+1 until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. 1 blue-black, put the top card of your library into your graveyard. And that is uncommon. Lethal Exploit, another common, 1 on the blacks, an instant. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. It gets an additional -1/-1 until end of turn for each modified creature you control as you cast this spell. Urtai Scorn, 1, 2 blue, instant. This spell costs blue, less to cast if an opponent casts 2 or more spells this turn. Counter target spell. Now one thing you will notice if you ever play this format is if it ever comes up, mill strategies in a 30 card deck can be pretty effective, but you just have to be lucky enough to get the right cards. Obviously if you're playing a particular set, that's a bit easier when mill is a thing. With the Dollarama Repack format, a little bit hard, you have to get lucky. We've got a Nigel the Storm Runner, which is uncommon, 2 and 2 blue, 2 blue and a red, 5/4 legendary creature, a Freak Wizard. You may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. When Nigel the Storm Runner attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it. You may choose new target for the copy. So what's that? 5. Also goes right down here. But it is a uncommon, even though it's legendary. Scorch Mark, 1 and a red instant, deals 2 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. So we've got some removal here. It's going to come in handy. Bolt of Keranos, 1 and 2 red sorcery, 3 damage to target creature or player. Scry 1. Okay, so am I getting pulled towards red because of the removal? Okay, this is the rare of the pack. 4 and a blue, creature Tyrannid, 4/4. Genstealer's Kiss. Whenever Genstealer's Patriarch attacks, put an infection counter on target creature defending player controls. Children of the Cult. Whenever a creature with an infection counter on it dies, you create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a Tyrannid in addition to its other types. Okay. So it's a 5-drop. Oh, nice foil card. Be interesting to see how many foils we get. When I've been back opening these packs so far, I've had a run where I get, 1 rare and 1 foil. So Urn of Godfire, single colourless, 2, add 1 mana of any colour. Okay, so we've got some filter fixing, although a bit of a high cost there. 6 tap, destroy Urn of Godfire, destroy target creature or enchantment. It's 1-drop at common. Oh, nice bit of alternate art. Lagamos, Hand of Hatred, another legendary creature at uncommon. 1 black, red, 1/3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 2/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Tap, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Activate only if 5 or more creatures died this turn. Oh, we have a basic land. Fortunately, I have a land station, so we're not going to have any trouble with land here. There we go. Let's jumpstart land. It's pretty nice though. It's going to have to go in the deck if I do play blue, I think. So I don't really have a slot for that, do I? Okay, I'll put it off down here, out of the way. Oh, okay. I haven't had an old card in these packs for a while. Golf Squid. 3 and a blue. Creature beast. When Golf Squid comes into play, tap all lands target player controls. Oh, are we going to go blue-red here? Oh, well, that one's brought a smile to my face. Tales of Master Shishiro. 4 and a green. As this saga enters, and after you draw your draw step, add a lore counter. So, part 1 of the saga, put on 1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. It gains vigilance until end of turn. That's also a part 2. And then the third lore counter gives you exile this saga, then return to the battlefield transformed under your control. 5/5. Okay. Transforms into this. Shishiro's Living Legacy. Vigilance haste 5/5. So, well, that's that. First 5 drop to common. Gixon Skullflare. Gixian Skullflare. 2 and a black. 2/3. Creature Phyrexian Human Assassin. Wow, they ran out of space there. At the beginning of her upkeep, if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on Gixian Skullflare. That's 2 and a black, so that's a 3 drop. Right, next pack. Also got the nice Swiss Army knife here that probably hasn't put in an appearance for quite a while. Okay. What have we got? Mightstone's Animation. Charm and Aura. Enchant artifact. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted artifact is a creature with base power and toughness 4/4 in addition to its other types. Okay. Hurler Cyclops, 3, 2 red, it's an uncommon, 5/4. Creature Cyclops, 1, sacrifice another creature. Hurler Cyclops deals 1 damage to any target. Oh, look. We have a forest. Are we going to get... This will be really funny if now we're getting one land in each pack. That's going to be so amusing. We've got true competitors here for regular boosters, I think, if that's the case. That's very amusing. Bone Splinters. I like artwork on this. Single black as an additional cost to cast this spell. Sacrifice a creature. Destroy target creature. Got some really... this removal wise, we're going to be pretty good here. Wow, there's so much stuff in here. Urg, Spawn of Turg. Is that Turg or Turg? I think it's Turg. 2 black and a green. Uncommon, star 5. Power is equal to the number of land cards in your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Black, green, sacrifice a land, gain 2 life. Wow. So what's that? Drop uncommon. Quite a few uncommon legendaries here. Zephyr Winder. 1 and a blue, 2/1. Creature elemental. Flying. Whenever it deals combat damage to player, untap up to 1 target creature. Okay. So many choices here. Dreadful Apathy. 2 and a white. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Exile. 2 and a white, exile enchanted creature. So 2 and a white and 2 and a white. So I'm just the cogs in my brain are whirring around as I'm going along, thinking, what can I build here? 1 and a red, sorcery. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. Celestial Archon. Shiny creatures. This is our rare in the pack. 3 double white, 4/4 with bestow on it. 5 and 2 white. It's got flying first strike. Enchanted creature gets +4/+4 and has flying in first strike. So with the bestow, if you cast this card for its bestow cost, it's an aura spell with enchant creature becomes a creature again if it's not attached to a creature. Oh, there's another urn. Yeah, foil as well. That's our foil. Be funny if we get a playset of foil urn of Godfathers on it. Dreadful Apathy. Okay, is that our second one in this pack? Yeah, that happens sometimes with these. Obviously you get duplications. Not as much as you'd think, but it does still happen. It's happened to me a couple of times on camera. Underworld Charger. It's 2 and a black, 3/3. Can't block. Nightmare Horse. It's got Escape for 4 and a black. Exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Underworld Charger escapes with 2 1/1 counters on it. What to do here? Oh, okay. We've got another Golf Squid. There we go. Beast Tribal. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Get around the right way. Enchantment Saga. You may play an additional land this turn. You gain 3 life. Exile this saga. Then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. It's 1 and a green transformed into a Likeness of the Seeker. Whenever Likeness of the Seeker becomes blocked, untap up to 3 lands you control. And it's a 3/3. 2 at uncommon. Gruesome Realization. 1 and 2 black. Modal spell, sorcery. Choose one. You draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Creatures you control, your opponents control, get -1/-1 until end of turn. Yeah, so do we do... What to do here? So Wing Commando. 2 and a blue, flying prowess 2/2. Creature human soldier. That's pretty straightforward. 3 drop common part. Okay. Uncharted Haven. Oh. Non-basic land. Nice artwork. When it enters the battlefield, it enters the battlefield tapped as Uncharted Haven enters the battlefield. Choose a colour. Add 1 mana of the chosen colour. So a nice bit of fixing there. I don't really have a slot to that, but I will sort of put it off. What is it? I'll put it off to here, so we just know it's there. So is that going to be our land, or do we get another basic land? Bortuck, Bone Rattle. 4, sorry, I'm getting on camera 4. Black Green, it's another uncommon here with all artwork. 4/4. Legendary creature Troll Shaman with Domain. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, choose target creature card in your graveyard, return that card to the battlefield if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control, otherwise put it into your hand. Now, decisions here. This is actually a 6 drop. So I'll put it in the 5 or greater pile. We have a Phyrexian Samurai for 5 and a white, 3/4. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls unless Alabaster Host leaves battlefield. Plane cycling 2. And it's a 6 drop. Lantern of the Lost. Single mana of any colour. When it enters the battlefield, exile target card from a graveyard. 1 tap, exile Adds and lost. Exile all cards from all graveyards and then draw a card. Oh, another Underworld Charger. We saw that earlier. So choose. That's a 3-drop. Oh, there's our basic land. That's funny. So that's the second one from Jumpstart. Hoarding Recluse, 3 and a green. Death Touch, 2/3. When it dies, put up to one other target creature. Bottom of its owner's library. Oh, dear me. It's green black here as well. It's looking pretty encouraging. Oh, this is our rare. Okay. Port town into the battlefield, you may reveal a plains or an island card from your hand. If you don't, port town into the battlefield tapped. That's white blue. So that's our rare. Here's our foil in the pack. Searing Barb. 2 and a red. Deals 2 damage to any target. If it's a creature, it can't block this turn. Incubate 1. It's common. Oh, second Underworld Charger in the packs. We've got a lot of Underworld Chargers. 3/3 for 3, but it can't block in its sort of native form without doing anything fancy. But I can escape it. Comes a 5/5, but I get to exile 3 other cards. They can be any cards as well in the graveyard. Think about that. Battlewing Mystic. So blue, but with a red activation cost or red kicker cost. When it enters the battlefield, if it's kicked, discard your hand and draw 2 cards. 2/1. 1 and a blue. Urge to Feed's in here. I haven't seen this for a while. 2 black. This is from Zendikar. This makes me very nostalgic. -3/-3 until end of turn. You may tap any number of untapped vampire creatures you control. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on each of those vampires. Okay. Oh, another. Yep. So this is from Midnight Hunt, was it? I think. 1 and a black, 2/1. Can't block. This is Vengeful Strangler. Yeah, a bit difficult blocking tied up like that. When it dies, return it to the battlefield transformed under your control, attached to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Yeah, enchantment or a strangling grasp. Enchant creature or planeswalker an opponent controls at the beginning of your upkeep. Enchanted permanent's controller sacrifices a non-permanent, loses 1 life. Prisoner Sentence. 2 and a white. Enchantment aura. Enchant creature into the battlefield. Scry 2. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Okay, so we've got like a sort of pacifism type effect with scry on it. Okay, last pack. Then we start building. But what to build? So out of this, if you remember from this very fancy card I did earlier, so we got 18 cards to pick from here. Okay, let's see what we've got. Ambush Paratrooper, 1 and a white, 1/2 flash and flying. 5 creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. 2-drop. Oh, another legendary creature. So we're getting what? At least 1 legendary creature in each pack. At least, yeah, 1 rare and 1 foil at the moment. Well, we'll see when we do this. This is the 4th pack, so we'll see if it falls into that sort of templating. that was it, as fan. So 2 white blue, 3/3 with flying. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Okay. Mokoti Ambusher, 3 and a black, 3/2 with ninjutsu for 1 and a black. So 1 and a black, return unblocked attacker you control to hand. Put this card onto the battlefield from your hand tapped and attacking. It's got lifelink on it as well. It's a 4-drop. You can't really see very well on camera, but this pile's getting larger than the others. So there's a lot of 3-drops so far at common. Okay, Devour of Memory at uncommon. I think, didn't we have one of these already? The very first pack may have had a... Yeah, there it is. So that's our second Devourer. So self-mill. Well, we should get up to some graveyard shenanigans with if we wanted to. That's blue, black, green. 3 and 2 black, 5/4 with exploit. When Relaxation Gargantua exploits a creature, each opponent sacrifices a creature. So with exploit, when this creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. That's a common 5-drop. Oh, we're going to have to build an Underworld Charger deck. But the signals we're being sent. Okay, so fourth, yeah. So far, all the packs have, at the very least, have had 1 basic land. What else? 1 legendary creature, at least 1 legendary creature. Usually at uncommon. There's another ambush paratrooper, which we saw earlier. We have Madame Vastra, which is our rare. So as expected, because it is on the pack, I think it says 1 rare card. As a, I don't know if you see these, but that's a sort of guaranteed inclusion is, yeah, 1 rare card. So that's our rare. Madame Vastra, 2 green, blue, 3/3, legendary creature, lizard detective. Partner with Jenny Flint. When this creature enters the battlefield, target player may put Jenny Flint into their hand from their library, then shuffle. It's a May, so. Must be blocked if able. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Madame Vastra this turn dies, create a clue token and a food token. I don't think we're going to get Jenny Flint in here, but yeah, who knows. So, what's that? It's a 4-drop. Rare, so that's all. Oh yeah, because the other one, it's probably better if I do that. It makes more sense, doesn't it? So that was our other rare. Yep, so this is our 4th foil. Whisper Squad. 1-drop, 1/1. 1 in the black, search library for a card named Whisper Squad. Then put it into the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. Okay. So we have a I'm trying to think what they call it now, but yeah, there's several cards in Magic which do that. They can tutor for other copies of the cards. Salvage Mana Worker, 2-drop, 1/3, it filters in 1 mana into any 1 mana of any colour. You can only activate it once each turn because you don't have to tap it down. So that's handy for fixing. 2-drop common. Okay, so we have this pack. Wow, bonus pack has 2 basic lands in it. Okay. Well, with this sort of format, I don't really care, I suppose. Desecrator Hag. Wow, I've not seen this for a while. There's some interesting, like, mid-period Magic cards and old ones here as well, which is unusual. 2 black green 2/2. When it comes into play, return to your hand the creature card in your graveyard with the highest power. If 2 or more cards are tied for highest power, choose. There's so many choices here, which rabbit holes I could go down. Oh, this is another. There's a few of these cropping up. We've been almost getting 1 in each pack. I don't know if we've got 4 so far. 4 and a red. The Shattered States era. So 1 law counter, gain control of a target creature till end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste until end of turn. Second law counter, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. On the other side we have a 3/3 Nameless Conqueror, which has trample and haste. Last card, Thopter Mechanic. 1 and a blue. Creature Human Artificer. 2/1. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on Thopter Mechanic. When Thopter Mechanic dies, create a 1/1 colourless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Wow. So what to do here? I've had so much fun opening the packs, it's tempting to just stop here, quit while I'm ahead before I really ruin the video and make some abomination of a deck. But anyway, we'll carry on regardless. So let's just see. So do I let the foils guide me? Do I let the I'm just gonna straighten these, use an excuse of straighten these up to just go through the different parts of the curve, what we got here. So we got some interesting 1 and 2 drops at common here. Do we make a fast deck? See, yeah, I could be Mr. Predictable and go blue-white. We do have that nice rare land. Underworld Charger. There's our other foil. Oh, we have a play set of Underworld Chargers. That is funny. Okay. There's Underworld Charger deck. Amusing. Okay. 3/3 for 3, but it can't block. Do we see if there's a mono black build in here? Yeah, maybe. Desecrator Hag. You know, I just want to play blue-white so I can play the golf squids. Oops. Yeah, it curves out quite nicely with the, you know, with the blue-white cards. Got 3/3 for 5. I don't know how much we'd trigger that ability though. Sort of doing this build against the clock for another reason as well, because I've got to go and get a Christmas tree. So I'm going to avoid building multiple decks. I think you probably get, I mean, there's so much stuff, different stuff I could build here. But I'm getting pulled to blue white. And I could splash red for the kicker on that actually. Yeah, there's also, looks like there's an interesting black-green deck in here, blue-black deck. I'm not sure about mono-black. I don't know if that would be a thing. I could do black splashing blue maybe. We've got some interesting fixing going on. So, we got this. Port Town as one of our rares. Most of our received, we've got Celestial Archeon, 4/4 with bestow, flying first strike, and this uses infection counters. It's a bit of a sort of side thing really. So 4/4 for 5. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then we have this card. Legendary creature, lizard detective. What was this? This was... Okay. So we're going to go blue-white. Just for one build, and then, you know, there's some other really cool stuff we could do here. One thing I'm curious about actually in opening this makes me really excited to open more of these packs and go out, because I just bought these fairly recently, and go out and buy them from the same Dollarama store, just because of how this is working out. Like it's Asfan with the, you know, part of the reason was that, you know, this basic land now, which amused me. So it's getting really close to a regular Magic pack. So there's what, one basic land in each, one foil in each, one rare. We haven't done any mythics. I don't think I've ever got any mythics. And what was the fourth thing? Oh, foil. Yeah, one foil. Talk about value. Or just smiles on your face through this. Okay, so let's just press on, shall we? So I'm going to pull everything out of here that would be playable in a blue-white deck, and then we'll go from there. And I'll just do one build. I could go back through and do others, but we'll go with my gut instinct. The mono black Underworld Charger deck does call. I think I'd probably end up building something like, if I did that, black red or blue black or something, maybe. I don't know. So many choices, and of course there's some great red burn in here as well. So yeah, black red. I don't know with the red green. I don't really feel I'm getting pulled into red green, which is unusual. Often when I do these, there's some sort of red green aggro, I think. There's my squids. Got to play my squids. I know I might be giving at least one of those two. Is my wife's really into octopuses, squids, and cuttlefish. So as you do. So if there are any other octopus fans out there, or squids or cuttlefish, then yeah, let me know in the comments section. I know I've got a few viewers that are definitely very interested in, yeah, when I did that episode on the course I did about like ocean, I think it was the oceanography course I did with Open University. Okay. Oh, so much stuff here. I really need to, there's a series of episodes I want to do going forward where I sort of build a commander deck on the fly from paper cards. And my starting thing I think I'm going to do is, you probably guessed, over the number of years I've sort of opened these new improved Dollarama boosters, I've pulled quite a few mythics, so I should collect them all together, put them in a little binder, and then maybe try and do a thing where I build a EDH deck on the fly. Okay, so let's get this laid out on a curve, shall we? Right, so I'll leave the rarity as well. Put them in the, try and do this. It's going to be a bit tricky, but so it's a 6-drop. Okay. Okay. Got to do double squid. It's demanded. Okay. Yeah, we've got some pretty interesting white utility in here as well. We got this sort of package going on. So that flying prowess 2/2, quite like that. That's definitely more of a sideboard card, but I'll put it on the curve anyway. Flying 2/1. Yeah, we've got these 2 ambush paratroopers as well. Flash and flying. Bit of a late game pump there as well. Suppose I need to decide how much fixing I want to do. Right, I don't think these 2 are going in. So we'll take those out. Let's put the cards I'm not going to play up here. So I probably want to play that. Actually no, that's a sideboard card. What's that other sideboard card I'd said? Was it Scatter Ray? So you need to get this down to 18 cards. What did I do actually? Where did my land go? Did I take that off the curve? Oh, if I'm playing, there we go, blue. Better play these. Put them in. That's 3 less blue cards I need from my. Oh, sorry, they're over here. All right. So, oops, sorry. Bashing this. Anybody that does this will know this is very difficult to try and manage when you've got stuff on the table. Okay, that's my start of my mana base. So what am I definitely going to include? So a bit more fixing. Maybe what one tap. There's lots of cool utility here. Just do that. Or a card. Interesting. Spell costs blue less to cast if an opponent, so it's a counter spell. You draw a second card each 1 for 2. If I splash red, just take that out for the moment. Okay, how are we doing? So if I was to play, so 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13. So this is going to build itself actually, because I've got to add back in more cards now. Do I want to splash for red? Are there any red 1-drops that might be quite nice in here? Looking through, I do have the single red. I do have a scorch mark. That'll buff my removal up a bit. I could then play this Battling Mystic. Then, do I want to play a second giant squid? This is the question. Target artifact. Oh, so I didn't read that scatter ray correctly. It's artifact or creature, so I wouldn't want to sideboard that. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18 cards. So we do have 18 cards. Okay. So this is what I'm not playing. Second copy of Golf Squid, Dreadful Apathy. I've already got one copy of that. Lands the Lost, and the Urn of Godfire. It's just okay. So we do. So now we've got to do a bit of. So we got 18 cards. So let's work out roughly what we want to do here. I'm not going to play much red. I'll just have it sort of splash it in there for a bit of removal and to possibly activate the Battling Mystic on there. So the reason why I'm doing this now is I just want to count up the pips here. So I get a rough. I'll do a bit of a rough and ready mana base. And then we'll go back through and recount the cards as well. It's an opportunity to do that. So here we go. So in white we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's loads of different ways you can do this. There's slight variations. So yeah. Anyway, but that's the way I'm going to do it for this. Actually, there's another one there. I forgot. I think that's the only dual. Yeah, it's the only 2-colour spell in here. Okay, so make that actually 8 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's quite good as well. We don't have a lot of like double blue or double white. So that helps a little bit as well in a 2-colour deck, making things a little bit easier to cast. Less likely to get, stuck for mana when you've got like the 2-colour stuff. Particularly, okay, this could be a bit of a problem, but anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 11 if you count, the other one on there. So 11 blue, we've got that which isn't a problem, and 1 red. Okay. So, is this going to be easy for us to calculate? 8, 19, 20. So 20 mana symbols. And we've got a land base of 12. It's an 8-11 split. on the white to black out of those 20. So it's not, I mean, what's it, 3 cards within, so I would probably go for something like maybe 5, 5 and 2 red maybe, because the red's still going to contribute towards colourless manner as well. So there's the mountain. So I think if I did something like 5 white, 5 blue, should have done U there really. It's the right mess at the moment. So 8, 11, 1. Yeah, so that makes any sense, something like that. I could rebalance this and do 6 and 4 maybe. But I'm just a little bit worried because have we got any actually we've got some double whites here. So where we've got that, sometimes if this is going to be something like 6 and 4, I might decide to just do 5 and 5. We could drop the red and put a second squid in the deck, which I'm tempted to do. But we do have fixing here as well. So, and all we'll have to do is, these can be sort of counted. I think what I'll do is I'll count these as either blue or white, and maybe if I've got Uncharted Haven, I wonder if I could get away with just playing a single red. That might work actually. So I could do that, play a single red, and then play slightly more blue base. Let me do that. So yeah, that would work actually. If I do that, let's do that. I was looking for something and I can't remember. Oh, I was going to count these. Sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Excellent. 18. So my 12 mana base. So we've got these 2 cards. So another red. So that's our non-basic lands. And then we're going to have 3 of these from the packs we opened, 1 of the reds from the packs we opened, that's our single red, and from our land station over on the side here, let's get some blue out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hang on, what am I doing? Sorry. Oh dear, I'm counting the pips. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. And our white. Oh, well, this is getting difficult to do. Actually, that should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually this should be 6. Something like that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13. What have I done here? This is really messed things up. Oh, yeah. Take those. Right, that's better. I'll get there in the end. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. That's more like it. And that is my deck. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 islands, 4 plains, a single red, and then we have this Enchanted Haven, which can generate mana of any colour, but I can choose it. I've got no way of bouncing it back to my hand either, I don't think. And then this, yeah, white or blue. So I think I'm good. And then just to quickly lay this out on a curve so we can sort of get an idea. So 2, 2, 2. Just see how the curve looks like. So no 1-drops. Okay, not the greatest curve. But we do have a ton of 2-drops. There. So those are all our 2-drops. You can see we've got Scorch Mark, there's our removal, there's our creatures. Okay. Pretty nice. Then we've got yep, creatures, enchantments, instants, enchantment and a creature, and then these are all creatures or enchantment creatures. And if we were to work out the creatures, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just see what a creature count is like. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 out of 18 are creatures. And we could rebalance this a little bit. You know, I could pull out maybe if I wanted to play slightly more creatures. I could stick in a golf squid, pull out one of the utility cards. So that's where I could go with that. That's about as far as I can go. I don't know if there's anything else in here I'd want to splash. I mean, we do have a 1-drop blown splinter, so I could switch to, instead of, I would have to sack my creatures, but I could, instead of splashing the red, I could splash for black. Are there any other 1-drops in here that might be tempting to splash instead of the red? Not really. So what else might there be in here? Well, there might be a, you know, just again flicking through the cards, you can sort of see why I've pulled to blue, white. I don't know if there's black, green here or not. It looks like there might be. Same with blue, black, possibly. And black, red, not sure. Blue, black, possibly. No, sorry, blue, red, possibly. We could take this deck basically here and up the burn a bit, like take out all the white and make it a blue-red deck instead, and do the same with blue-black. Yeah. So it looks like, you know, a lot of the combinations are going to be blue with something and then either splashing a third colour or green-black maybe. But yeah, interesting way to build. I quite like building this way now, where I sort of lay it out on a curve from the get-go. Always sort of looks pretty interesting when you do that. So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in a future video.